Welcome to another episode of TVT Nation. We have a special guest here with us today, part owner of Empire Home Inspectors, Ralph Gabay, who is going to tell us why we need a home inspection. Ralph, welcome.
Thank you so much, Roman. I'm really pleased to be here. I'm excited. I love your channel. You guys put out a lot of great content, and I'm really honored to be here. So thank you for having me.
Awesome, awesome. So, Ralph, tell us, who are you? Tell us about your background. Why should we hire you as a home inspector? Let us know. Tell us.
Thank you. I got into home inspection about 2 years ago. The company was founded about 4 years ago. It's founded by my partner, Andrew, who is a self-proclaimed building science geek. And
I've seen him in action. It's true.
He's actually also a home inspector instructor. So
wow.
He teaches different home inspectors. He taught me a couple of years ago when I got into this. I originally got into it because I had a passion for real estate. I did not have a great home inspection experience on my home, and I was thinking, you know, let me look into this some more. And I always wanted to learn everything about how things work from the ground up, so I figured go to home inspection school. And then I saw my buddy there, Andrew, there as an instructor, and it was an amazing experience, and I'm forever grateful for it because at the end of the day, we're helping people get through a process that can be very stressful for some people. It's, as you mentioned,
yeah.
or what most people may or may not be realize is the biggest investment for a lot of folks.
Mm-hmm.
To work with a company you can trust that actually has the experience and diligence to really give you a thorough home inspection. So at the end of the day, you've got peace of mind to know exactly what it is you're purchasing there and how things work and what things you should be aware of.
Let's start with the main question. Why does a buyer need a home inspection?
Well, it's very important to have a home inspection done because you're going to see and learn all about things that you may not have even thought about looking at when you're actually looking at the house for the first time. Usually you're only in the house for a few minutes to kind of browse through and look at certain features.
Okay.
We have a very extensive checklist of items that we go through. So regardless of your experience, whether you're a first-time homeowner or in construction or have any kind of experience with the home, we are going to spend a significant amount of time going through that checklist to make sure that we hit every component of the house that's important that you need to know about.
No, absolutely. Thank you for that. So I've talked previously on this channel about a buyer having to look for the top 5, right? Because every house is going to have some sort of deficiencies, even if it's a new construction. So I always instruct buyers, we're looking for top 5 deficiencies in a house. Water, plumbing, electric, roofing, and foundation. Did I miss anything?
Those are absolutely very important components to look for. Those 5 things are very essential, but I liked how you started with water, because water is the #1 enemy for a home.
Yep.
And that's the one thing that we really focus on when we're talking to clients, is always diverting water away from the home and avoiding any potential leaks to happen from within the house.
So what about termites and you know, rodent infestation?
Yeah, it's
You
a
know,
great
is
it's a
that
great
something
question.
that they should also be looking for?
It's a harder thing to see sometimes. We're always looking for signs of any kind of termite or any kind of rodent or any kind of activity there. And we'll see it especially in the attic. We'll look in certain corners. We look in the basement. And the important thing to note about termites is there's actually some financial funding packages that require a termite inspection to be done. So if you're doing an FHA loan or a VA loan, you're actually required to have a termite inspection report completed.
Yeah.
And just because we're looking for termites, you actually need a licensed termite inspector to be able to actually provide that report for that financing. So it's an important question to ask up front.
Definitely. And you and I have talked previously, the home inspection is not only for the buyer, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Can you expand a little bit on that?
Sure. So when you're thinking about selling your home, think about how much time and energy and effort you will save by actually knowing what's going on in your house before actually another inspector comes in and starts picking it apart. It'd be extremely efficient for you to not only know what the issues are, but actually get ahead of them. So you'll have the time and option to make those repairs or leave them for the new buyer. And then you can work with your agent to actually adjust the price accordingly. It's a very important thing to get done.
We've actually done that before, Ralph and I, where they came in, they inspected my listing before it went live, and it was a much smoother process from that point because the buyer in turn used your home inspection, and it streamlined the process. I think we saved at least 3 weeks on the transaction.
That's right. And then often we find that some buyers actually forego getting the inspection themselves because they have the inspection report there.
Right.
One of the other things that is very unique to us and something you should ask for is what happens after that inspection is done. So one of the programs that we have exclusive to us are these warranty programs. So on the seller's side, when we do a pre-inspection, you'll actually have a warranty with that. So when you're selling your home, you can sell it as a pre-inspected warranted home. It's a pretty powerful message to send out there, especially now when everything is so time sensitive and everything's rushing. To actually have all the information up front will make it very time efficient and cost efficient for your buyer and for you to actually get through that process.
I'm glad you brought up your warranties and everything that Empire offers. So you guys have a program where if you miss something, you might actually buy that house from the buyer.
That's right. So
That's
not
amazing.
Only, thank you. So not only do we include
No pressure.
$100,000 of warranty protection with every inspection that we do, we actually include a buyer house back guarantee in case we miss something we shouldn't have. It's something we've taken a lot of time, again, to make sure that we have and provide for clients because it gives you peace of mind. Just about any home inspection company out there is going to basically do an inspection, and it's a snapshot in time. So what you're seeing in that report is only valid for that day, but what happens tomorrow? What happens after you move in? What type of protection is available for you? Well, that's something that we include free of charge with every inspection that we do.
When you guys conclude your inspection, 24 hours goes by, you send the buyer a ridiculously large inspection report. Thank God we're trying to save trees.
Yes.
So
Yes.
how would a buyer go through this report? What should they be looking for specifically when they're reading the report?
Great points. Great question. One thing you actually want to make sure is that you get that report quickly, especially in this environment. So we deliver that a report within 24 hours, usually the same day, but always by the next morning. In that report, you should look for basically the way the items that are covered are categorized. So one of the things that we took some time to really figure out is what's the most important things. And those are usually around safety or some type of high priority issue that needs to be repaired or resolved. So we categorize a report by red, yellow, green, and anything that's high priority is obviously being red, and yellow is something that we recommend, and green is more of a maintenance item. Anything we find can be repaired. It just doesn't make sense to do so. And that's where you'll work with your agent to make sure that everything makes sense in terms of what needs to be repaired versus the value and the offer and all that, and all these factors combined.
Yeah, the home inspection almost becomes like a punch list for you to go by after you move into the house, and you remember, oh, I remember Ralph said, we gotta, fix this retaining wall. Let's budget for the retaining wall this year, and you keep that report. In my opinion, I think you should keep it forever. This way, you just check off as you fix these items.
Yes, yeah, and we give a great home buyer's maintenance guide that gives the home buyer instructions on what things they should do in the fall, in the spring, in the summer.
So Ralph mentioned earlier that after they deliver the report to you, he's going to hand you off to me, the agent, so that we can discuss what items are negotiable, how much of that top 5, water, roofing, electric, plumbing, and foundation, how much of that top 5 that we can address, if any. So if there are any negotiable items, we will then bring it to the seller. If there are not, we're going to move forward right to contract signing at that point. So I speak to a lot of buyers, right? They place offers on homes. They're very anxious to proceed.
Yep.
But I also have some buyers who say, why would I spend, $500 to $1,000 on a home inspection? Why would I do that? So what's the benefit and cost of a home inspection?
Well, on average, you're pretty much in the ballpark there. It really depends, at least the way we price things, primarily on age and square footage. Those are the two main factors that affect most home inspectors when they estimate for a home. The key thing is what they're going to do as part of that home inspection, what services they include. Are they including the termite inspection? Are they including radon tests? Are they doing the I said termite already. Are they doing the termite inspection? Are they doing the radon test? Are they looking for mold? Do they include any type of benefits with their inspection? Or is it really once you're done, you're out? So these are key questions to ask when you're actually going through that evaluation of different home inspection companies.
So as your local real estate professional in Westchester County, I can personally vouch for this man and this company. I have used them numerous times. I don't think I've ever gotten a whiff of a complaint from you guys. You guys are true professionals.
Thank you.
They're very thorough, they are very diligent, and they leave no stone unturned.
Thank you. And as a testament to Roman as well, I have to say, we're working with very few agents that are as invested in what we do as Roman does, because he asks a ton of questions. He's constantly learning. He's constantly out there to want to be able to offer you, the client, the best experience possible, to make sure that this way, when you're going through and navigating through homes, you've got an expert guide with you at your side to really help take you through that. And I couldn't speak highly enough for Roman. I can't wait to do a deal with him when I'm ready to actually do an investment on my own. Rowan's the top.
He just wanted to make me blush on camera. So we want to thank Ralph for coming on today. Ralph, it was a real pleasure having you.
Thank you.
All right. Remember, if you guys have any questions, please make sure you just post them at the bottom there. Like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos. We're going to have a lot of special guests coming on in the coming months. Thank you again. We'll see you next week.